Why is everybody so quiet? What's going on around here? Whew. Man, this is going to be cool here. This is Johnny Magic here at EMAJ Con. No, I'm at Hline Conversions. We're just playing with this Hummer. This is really cool. We're going to talk about this a lot. This is actually, it's a Humvee, and this Humvee is, I guess there's places out there now you can buy Humvees. Instead of buying them from GovPlanet or whatever, you can buy one, and they've already been fixed up a little bit. You know, you got some paint on it, got some wheels and stuff like that. They actually made a hardtop for this vehicle, and they made these doors that kind of look like an X door, but they're aluminum, you know, so I'm sure they probably don't rattle as much and everything. They look really cool. One of the things I like about it the most is this. This is, and believe me, I've went out there and I've seen some people talking about this and their dislike to this. To me, I think this is awesome. It's like,
welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
yes, I'd like a Big Mac or number 3 large with a Coke.
Would you like to supersize that?
Absolutely.
Would you like pickles with that?
Yes.
Mustard, ketchup?
You bet, everything.
Awesome.
All right, thank you, drive-through. All right, thank you. So, you see that? It's like a drive-through window. I mean, I can't say I cut my teeth when I was a baby on Humvees, but I've been around them since they've been around. So, you know, I've had the original X doors, and the original X doors have this window and this knob that you got to pull out and you got to lift up, you know, with all your might, especially if you tighten it up so the window doesn't rattle so bad that you can't hear. But, you know, it takes all your effort, and sometimes it wants to come down, and sometimes it wants to come down with your fingers in it and everything else. So I love this. I mean, it's so easy. Yeah, you know, it could be better, it could be worse, but it's the best thing that I've ever seen. And of course, I'd love to have a set of doors, or I probably got thousands of customers that would love to have doors like this and stuff like that. So it's going to be exciting. This is, you know, like I said, one that's already been sold into the industry. It's 50 state legal from what I've been told. I don't know. It does have a tag on it, and this customer was driving it. But, you know, there is a little sickness with the Humvee. As cool as you can make everything else, there's a weak spot. You know, the 6.5 with the transmission that's behind it. I've heard stories of people trying to get 70. We live in Kansas, all right, and the roads here are flatter than day-old beer. And with my foot all through the floorboard on the throttle, I mean, 50 is like warp speed, and it sounds like the motor's going to pop at any time. So they don't make a great road vehicle without doing some other form of drivetrain conversion. And of course, our choice of drivetrain conversion, and it's unbiased, you know, is the Duramax. I mean, there's a reason that you know, Hummer decided to put the Duramax in, well, finally, after 7 years of me already doing it as the pioneer, they decided to put the Duramax in the H1 Hummer, and I called it the Alpha, and it was great, you know, great vehicle, very durable and stuff like that. But the reason we like the Duramax, of course, you know, that's what we started with when we invented that kind of conversion. And yeah, it's a service life over 500,000 miles. It has an Allison transmission that is just bulletproof, and it has a selectable 2-high, 4-high mechanical shift transfer case. And we've tried, believe me, I love to try to break stuff. You know, so I try every time, but I've been unsuccessful at trying to kill the drivetrains, and they work really well. I mean, you can expect almost a double in fuel economy. You can expect your downtime as far as repairs to have gone out the window. And if you do have something go on with it, it's a smart motor. Okay, a lot of people talk about they like the mechanical motor because it's simple. Well, a simple motor is only good for that kind of person that really understands the mechanics of a simple motor. And believe me, 90% of the people out there have not had that kind of experience and time to be able to determine, is it an injector pump, or is it the IP, or a PMD, or what is it? You know, there's nothing to tell you, so you're guessing, and, you know, a few $1,000s later in a couple of weeks and frustration, you know, ends up being a spark plug or something simple after you just replaced everything else. But you know, going back to the Duramax, it tells you everything that's going on. If it has a problem, it throws a DTC code, and with our conversion comes a handheld scanner that reads all these DTCs, tells you exactly what's going on. You got a P700 transmission code or whatever. Oh, what's that mean? You know, that's what your download's telling you, and you're like, well, what does that mean? Well, you can just get your phone out, and because of Google and because people love the Duramax, and it's a powerhouse, you can just Google P700 code for Duramax. There'll be 100 people talking about it. I assure you, that's where I go. It's not to any chief mechanic or anything else to solve a problem. It's the real world out there on the internet of everybody that's already solved that problem. So it creates that luxury of being able to self-diagnose and then also have a better sense of understanding of how that, what's going on with that vehicle, and you feel better about being able to do some things for yourself, if you did have a problem, or take it down the street and it won't cost you an arm and leg to have a problem fixed. So this is going to be our Hline package, which is our 500 horse, 800 foot-pound torque version. Right now we're running a lot of the LMM motors. They work great. I mean, can you do an LBZ, an LB7, an LML, the newest one out? Yeah, you could do that, but every one is a little bit different. We like the LMMs. They work real well for us, because that's what we're using at this point in time. But we've done them all, so it doesn't really matter. But we will take, and we've been shooting videos on the step-by-step how to convert your Humvee to the Duramax. This video isn't one of those. We just would like to talk about the Humvee in general and what we're seeing out there in the industry. We probably get at least 40 calls a day of people that have bought a Humvee and they want the Duramax conversion. So we have a kit that we offer for you to do your own conversion or have it done in your own town or whatever, and we love that. Believe me, I mean, we probably right now are setting at at least a 2-year backlog on Hummers, and we're like, people don't like to wait. I mean, this is a toy, but it's something that they're wanting to play with, so we're trying to really push these kits out there into the industry, and hopefully, companies like this that are selling these, would be interested in, buying our kits and offering that service in-house. That would be absolutely beautiful, but we'll see, how the industry goes and where the Humvee ends up, in the world of fun toys. Johnny Magic here at EMJ Enterprises, E-Charger Systems. We'll see you.